to Spark My Life Beauty Tips. Today, I will be doing a product demo and review of the skin whitening products that I currently use. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I received a comment from one of my subscribers. Her name is Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, for visiting the channel and for giving me feedback as well as asking some questions, which I do enjoy answering. Anyhow, she asked what and if I use any skin brightening products, and the answer is yes. If you have lived through the 80s, you know that sunblock, sunscreen was not a big thing, and I love the sun. So now I am paying the price of not wearing a lot of sunblock or sunscreen. I'm starting to get some age spots on my face, and I've always had problems with those pesky little freckles that I don't know where they come from, considering that Asians typically don't have freckles. Anyhow, today I am actually going to be demonstrating my using the Smart Peeling, which I believe this is a Face Shop product. I got this about a couple of months ago, and I used it on and off because I do use another product in between. And I typically use this about once a week or once every other week. I do alternate. If you watch any of my other videos, you know that I really take advantage of alternating products. It actually makes them last longer, and also your skin doesn't get used to using just one product. And I think that that's always good because it kind of keeps it fresh. At least that's how I find that actually works for me. Anyhow, the Smart Peel, the way that this works, and what I find it really nifty is you do not have to wash your face before you put it on. It has a very kind of like a white substance, if you can see this, and it's kind of runny. And the wonderful thing about it is that what I normally do is I put it on my fingers like this, and then I start rubbing in a circular motion. Then I move a little bit to the forehead, and as you can see, it starts automatically kind of having this flaking, if you will. And believe it or not, that's like the dead skin sebum buildup of makeup products and whatnot. And basically what you're doing with this circular motion, you are making sure that the product gets into your skin, but most importantly, that you are actually peeling away all that dirt. Now, typically they say, I believe the instructions to do this about 3 minutes. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I find that 3 minutes might be too much. So typically I am done, you know, at the least I do it for a minute, and at the most I'll do it for 3 minutes. But as you can see, the product is not flaking off anymore. That means that it's already peeled away what you needed to peel. And then what I do is at this stage I rinse it. You will find that your skin once you rinse it, it actually feels really nice and smooth. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse and be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I washed my face for about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes with light warm water, and I can feel already my skin feels nice and soft. What I normally do is that before I try on the products or put it on, I test my face. And the way that you know that your face is ready for some resurfacing is, first of all, you start noticing that your skin starts looking a little sallow. But one of the most important things that I notice is that when I run my hands over my face, there's like these tiny little bumps, dry skin, that it just doesn't feel right when you're washing your face and you dry it, and then you're like, oh God, why does it still feel like it's dirty? When it's at that stage, you definitely are ready for a resurfacing, which could either be you're ready for a scrub, or one of the bubble clay masks is another good resurfacing product that I have a demo on, and that I basically do once every, maybe every 2 weeks now that I am alternating, because I've also introduced to my regimen the Korean face sheet mask, and I'm in love with those. Again, some people tend to think that they're a little bit messy and they don't like the slimy feel to them, but I'm quite all right with that, because you know that those ingredients actually really moisturize your face, and I really get some really good results. So I alternate between using the Smart Peel, and then let's say 1 week I will do the Smart Peel, and then the following week I will do a bubble clay mask, and then the following week I will do one of the sheet, the slimy Korean face sheet mask. And sometimes actually the face sheet masks, I do them more often than not, because somehow I just find it really soothing to just put that mask on my face and just lay down for about 20 minutes and let the ingredients just kind of like soak up into my skin. And afterwards, my skin feels really great. But anyhow, right now my skin feels like smooth. I'm not getting those bumpy, dry skin that I typically feel. A tip, during the winter, your face definitely gets more dry, and therefore you also have more dead skin on it. And I really recommend for you to use extra product, or maybe do your masks every 5 days and so forth, instead of waiting for the whole week. And definitely put moisturizer and all the other things that you would need in order to keep your face moisturized. Anyway, my next step is I'm going to put on toner. Now, I think I talked about this cotton squares that I've used in the past. And as you can see, I'm already done through my first box. So I actually, with my trusty Amazon, I got another box here. And what I like about this cotton, look at this. It's a nice sheet which will absorb just the right amount of product without me having to use regular the regular cotton, which soaks up extra product and you end up wasting. So in order to make your products last longer, again, this is another tip, make sure that you use this type of cotton, I guess swabs, squares, whatever you call it. I ordered them on Amazon. I'll go ahead and put a link on the video once I post it to show you which this cotton brand is, because I love it. It has lasted me a while. That other box lasted me probably about 10 months. Anyhow, I will use the toner, I do about 3-4 drops. Look how much of a toner that is. It doesn't look like that. And then I just do this. And what I like about this toner is that it's extremely gentle. Now, in the past, I never ever used toner. I thought it was a waste of money and a waste of my time. But as I've aged, I actually have come to really appreciate toning, because it really helps kind of like after you wash your face, and especially if you've done a mask that has stripped away, it doesn't only strip away the impurities and the dirt and the buildup and all of that, but it also strips away some of the good moisturizing oils that you need. So now I understand when they say that toners really kind of like balances your pH on your skin, and it really works. Anyway, this is my favorite toner. I mean, this is my second bottle. This is also from the Face Shop. It's called Rice, and it smells so lovely, and it's super gentle. You don't feel dry at the end. It actually really moisturizes, and I just love it. Anyhow, the next product that I will put on is, this is actually the other two products that I use are a Korean brand product. This one is actually a Japanese brand. It's called Corix, I believe. And basically this is a whitening serum. And what this does, obviously besides whitening, it actually gives my skin a nice, it helps brighten the skin because it does have brighteners, but at the same time, I notice as it's drying, it actually is firming my face. I can feel tautening of my face, and it's not very, what do you call it? It's not very thick. It's just the right amount. It has a tiny little bit of stickiness, but all of that kind of soaks in, and you will start to feel as your face starts tightening and firming, it actually starts getting smoother. I feel like my wrinkles on my forehead and on my laughing lines, all of that, they just kind of start like becoming finer and finer. Now, the product has galactomyces, I think. I don't know how do you pronounce this. Anyhow, is this. And I read an interesting story about how this galactomyces, whatever, was discovered. And that was basically some beautician or scientist in Japan went to a sake factory and noticed that all the workers there had extremely youthful, beautiful, soft, white hands, but while the rest of their like their faces were aged, they looked like they were old. So she basically kind of asked, like, why do your hands look so great? And then they showed how they worked in the sake factory using the products and whatever. So somehow she was able to isolate the galactomites, or myces, again, I don't know, and took it back to her company, and they did more research on it, and then they came up with this wonderful product, which the bottle is almost finished. I'm actually going to be reordering. I think I've had it for about 8-9 months. So, you just need one tiny little pump, and it goes a long way. But you have to make sure that you put it on after you've washed your face, either done a mask or done your regular cleanser. I mean, this is another of my, these are two of the cleansers that I alternate from. And basically, once you do that, you follow the next step. The next step is moisturizing. So again, we go with a mask and or your typical cleansing, toning. Then you do your serum. In this case, I'm using a whitening serum. And then you move on to your moisturizing. Now, I'm still kind of trying to find the right moisturizer for my skin. I did find one through Innisfree. It was a green tea. It smelled lovely and whatnot. And I liked it, but I mean, it wasn't like, wow, it didn't blow me away. So whenever I have a product that it just works okay, and I mean, it doesn't really do anything bad, and it does, it does some good, but it doesn't like really have amazing results, then I tend to shop around. So I have kind of been shopping around for a moisturizer, and I have some stuff coming in, so I can't wait to test them, and we'll go ahead and do a video with a demo and a product review. In the meantime, what I have been using is it's actually a sleeping mask, believe it or not. It's called the Special Solution Cool Night White Sleeping Mask by Mizone. And I have been using, this is for an evening, but I've been using it night and day. And one of the great things that I noticed is that it really is a great moisturizer. And it's gentle enough because I have sensitive skin. So I don't like to go heavy with moisturizer. So that's why I keep having a problem, because sometimes moisturizers would work, and then a few weeks later or a month or 2 months later, I start kind of breaking out a little bit. So that tells me that it's either I'm using too much or the product is just not right for my skin. Now, I typically, what I do is I tried to alternate again with a moisturizer. Sometimes, especially during the winter, I will go with something that's a little richer. And during the summer with something that's a little bit lighter, or sometimes I do without the moisturizing, because I live in Florida, and when you're sweating a lot and whatnot, there's plenty of moisture in the air that you do not need to use extra moisturizers. And of course, you use your sunblock, sunscreen, and then you put on your primer and you put on your makeup and whatnot. Today I'm not gonna do that section, but I will go ahead and make another video showing you guys what I do after I've cleansed my face. That is when I put on my makeup. Again, some of the products are a mixture of Korean, and there's a couple of Japanese products sprinkled here and there, but I have been leaning more towards using Korean products because they're priced very reasonably, and they really, really work great. So again, as a recap, I went ahead and used the Smart Peeling, which is from the Face Shop. And I do this once a week, pretty much. And then I followed it with my toner. This one, love it. You guys gotta try this. This is amazing. Is like, I need to already reorder because I'm already down to the bottom of the bottle. And then this, the Mizone white sleeping mask. Now I actually want to try using a mister, which I hear that also for the winter, you can mist your face with a light toning. It's kind of like a combination of a toner with moisturizing ingredients in there. And for the winter, it will actually help you keep your skin, kind of not dry, because when it gets dry, it gets cracks, and then you start getting wrinkles, and we do not want wrinkles, right? We don't. I refuse to age gracefully, and so should you, especially with so many beauty products out there. Now, I hope that you found this video helpful. Stephanie, this is for you. I hope it helped. If not, you can go ahead and message me. And other than that, please feel free to visit my channel and look at my other beauty tips. I also have some cooking tips as well. I actually uploaded my my cooking recipe not long ago. So if you want to go ahead and take a look, see, would certainly appreciate it. Thank you for visiting again, Spark My Life. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and as well as subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day.